How we doing today, magical gangsters? Welcome to another edition of Gangster Magician Tarot. Well, I'll be your host, the Gangster Magician himself. I'm here to do a quick read here for the collective. See what's going on here. Perhaps maybe it's time for you to make an example out of somebody now. I think it's about that time. I think people are starting to get a little too comfortable now. Alright, but don't worry, they're gonna take themselves out. No problems, brother. Trust me when I tell you, you are in control. Ain't nobody gonna say otherwise. You're too protected. Smoky quartz, pyrite. Pyrite for the solar plexus, smoky quartz to transmute that negative energy. Don't leave home without it, okay? Absorb that negative energy, transmute it, turn into positive energy and return the negative energy. It's all you have to do, brother. It's very, very simple. We always have our wand. Of course we do, because that's what we love to have, the wand. The wand is our favorite. We like to point it at people. We say, we know what you're a demon. We know it. And they look at us all funny too. They say, what's this guy doing? He seems unstable or something. He's pointing wands at people. They don't understand them. Archangel Michael says, well, we understand them. We understand us because we're magical. We're gangsters. That's why. Okay? And we also bring love to the table. Not only are we gangsters, but we're lovable gangsters too. So just know that's what we do. Okay? We can't help it. We're dark. We're death angels. That's all. We're light death angels. It is what it is. That's our job, okay? Sorry, somebody's got to do it. So let's get this show started. Enough about me, okay? It's all about you. Remember that. So let's get these cards selinated. Usually get some good reads when we do that. You know, that's the way I look at it. But it is what it is. I sage them off all the time anyway. So, but you know, I've been doing that at the beginning of the show, so you have to do like a little routine. You know, now I say, okay, now let's get to the read. All right, so let's see what the overall energy is here, the collective. I feel like you may have to, like I said, you might have to make an example out of somebody. You might have to get into God mode now and show these people what you're all about. I think it is about that time. I believe so. I don't believe anybody can step to you either. I don't believe not one person will say anything. Not one person can say a thing to you. So let's see what we're working with here. Let's check this out. Okay, so the overall energy of the collective. I mean, I just shuffled all this. I just did all this. Is you, the Queen of Wands. That's who. Okay, this is the energy that your DM finds the most sexy about you, which you're in 100% of the time. Which these people try to use against you. They try to make you out like you were a whore, or you were, sneaky or mysterious, or you had an ulterior motive. This is what they try to make like you're a witch. That's what they tried to do. But at the end of the day, these lies never. The truth will always outlast the lie. Okay, it always endures it. Okay, because you know why? Because with this Queen of Wands, why they endured this lie? Because they're a Nine of Cups. Their wish come true. And they got a King of Cups that's bringing them this Ace of Cups here, okay? And that is going to build 10 of Cups on that foundation, okay? And that's what the best soil you can have, 10 of Cups. That's where you build all your foundations on. Take you right to the 10 of Pentacles. Nothing could knock it down when it's built on a 10 of Cups. You're a 9 of Cups, and there's an Ace of Cups coming right there. And you're a Queen of Wands right off the bat. Not bad, not bad. I like when it starts that way. Wouldn't you concur with that, Doctor? I believe you would. I said, yes, I would. Two of Swords reversed. So, when it comes to you, somebody seems like they have some clouded judgment here. They seem like you're coming off very aggressive when your name's mentioned, it says. They may be abusive and they're causing chaos, okay? Just the sheer mention of this Queen of Wands name causes chaos. People want to know why. What is it about this Queen of Wands? And it gets people so irked that they can't deal with them. They lose their minds. They want to go home and start doing spell work on them. Making up lies. I mean, they got to be doing something, right? What is it? Or is it maybe the people? Maybe your light just irritates these people's demons. I believe that's what it is. Okay, because not only are you a Queen of Wands, but you're a Queen of Cups, for God's sakes. Okay, like I said, We are lovable gangsters, okay? We like to love, okay? We're empathetic. We feel for people, okay? We're very, we're nurturing, okay? We're emotionally stable. We're intuitive. We're in the flow, okay? And we could be omniscient at times, and give us some unconditional love. Very strong intuition, though. So it says. We could feel the love. That's what they hate you for, because you could give and feel the love. People feel good when they're around you. Okay, remember this. People never remember what you had. They never remember anything else. All they remember is how you made them feel, okay? So if you were a person who had a lot of money, who made people feel small, guess how they're going to remember you? Like you were nothing. But if you're a person who treats people with respect, that treats, everybody with the same respect, then you make people feel warm and fuzzy at that time, okay? They will always remember you no matter what the situation, okay? And that's why these people with the cloud of judgment, okay? They really thought that they were going to, take the star energy from you, but no. That's all there are, is a negative energy here. They are the one who's the star in reverse, okay? They thought that they were going to come here, take your energy, and this is what you were going to be. I don't believe that's ever going to happen, okay? Because these people, they have a clear lack of faith. They're clearly in despair, coming off extremely disconnected, being seen as a huge disappointment. I mean, this is not the star of the show. This is somebody that they're going to be replaced, okay? They didn't make the audition. They didn't make the cut, okay? Very arrogant. It says impotence, too. They could be impotent also, this copycat energy. Very impotent people over here. Haughty also. It says that they have haughtiness. A lot of haughtiness going on here, okay? Because at the end of the day, Four of Swords, you're just resting and relaxing over here, okay? That's why these people, they can't get to you, all right? Because you're not here to play games. You're not here to put yourself out there like these people. They thought that they could get to you and, perhaps in a indulgent manner, through sexual partners, or, perhaps they thought maybe you would do drugs. They could maybe put something in there, but they can't get to you. Okay, they can't get to you to set it up to make you look like you did something you didn't. Because you're too rested. You're resting over here. We're resting over here. Alright, so what else can you say? Becoming the best version of ourselves. Calling our energy back. That's all you're doing. Okay, and you know what else you're doing? You're also recovering from financial loss. Five of Pentacles in reverse, okay? And that's another reason why you're resting and relaxing, okay? Because the more you rest, the more you relax, the stronger, the better you become, okay? This Queen of Wands is clearly showing who they are, okay? A lot of people are starting to see it very quickly, and they know what's going to happen here, okay? And you know who else is feeling this? That your counterpart, that King of Cups, okay, they're very much feeling this. They're feeling the pressure. That is why they're running. And this star reverse energy is crumbling and coming off very, very arrogant, showing very clouded judgment by how they're responding to this Queen of Wands. People don't understand, okay? They're angry that you're recovering from financial loss, it says here. I don't know. But at the end of the day, why would they? Knight of Swords. It's only because you're action-orientated, you're ambitious, okay, you're driven to succeed, so of course you're going to recover from whatever financial loss, this star in reverse may have caused you. They thought that they were taking it from you. They thought that once they took it, it was theirs now. But they unfortunately did not know the laws of the universe, these people. And that's what you're going to have to learn. We're going to send them to a class about the laws of the universe. Hopefully they learn. It's going to be a long, long class for these people. Okay, and you're going to be the teacher. You're the lesson. Okay, because you know why you're the teacher in the lesson? Because not only are you just this Queen of Wands, not only, but you are the full-blown Empress, for God's sakes. Okay, that's what you gained throughout this journey. You became the Empress. You got that Queen of Swords. You got the boundaries. You got the High Priestess in you could see. And for God's sake, you're a Gangster Magician at its finest, okay? And everybody knows it. And that's what you're all about. That's what it's all about. Okay, because you throw them in the box, karmic energy. Chop it in half. You make them disappear. And you pull out a rabbit from the hat. And you make everyone go home happy. Because that is what you're doing here. You're making people go home happy. You're making people feel good. No more of the fear-based tactics, okay? Everybody's going to have fun here. Because These people, the star reversed on the judgment now, okay? People clearly want to know what is going on. Not only are they judgment in the 3D, but they're in the judgment in the 5D because they violated many spiritual crimes from what they did. They went to your Akashic records. They found out stuff about you they shouldn't have known. They tried to destiny swap with you. They tried to block up divine union. They tried to make a mockery of God. At the end of the day, they tried to play God and make a mockery of God. So what do you believe God is going to do in that sense to this person? What do you believe? I mean, they got to deal with God here, not you. They don't have to worry about this Empress. This is the last thing they have to worry about. You're done already. You don't even have to deal with this person. This person, they still have to deal with God. They still got to deal with Archangel Michael. They still do. Is what it is for these people. They did it to themselves. Don't feel sorry for them. I'm telling you right now, they're gonna try to put the waterworks on. Try to, hit your empathy bells. Don't. You'll regret it. Okay, because they're coming off 3 of Cups in reverse. They're very indulgent here. Okay, they're coming. They probably have, alcohol. There's definitely, some type of addiction problem here. A lot of partying. I mean, these people know that they're in the star in reverse energy. That's what happens. Okay, they don't want to feel this way. Feeling in the star in reverse energy is, feeling with no faith and despair. It's like people, they want to, I guess they're trying to just, whatever it is, lift their dopamine levels up, okay? Because they know that it's done. They thought that they had you. They thought you were going to be the one that was going to be living like this, okay? But whatever they projected onto you is now what they have to live. And one of these things was to put you in this 3 of Cups in reverse energy. They wanted you to be isolated, drunk, alone. That's what they wanted. But no, that's them. Okay, they're the ones in the star in reverse, 3 of Cups in reverse. I thought that was going to happen to you. Now, maybe you may have been in that energy for a bit, but you're not now. Okay, that's for sure. Okay, because you know why that's for sure. Because Page of Pentacles, because you're manifesting this. You wouldn't be able to manifest if you were in this star in reverse, 3 of Cups in reverse energy, okay? A person, you can't manifest from that energy, okay? You have to be in this energy of the Empress. You don't actually have to be a full-blown Empress, but you just have to at least be in the energy of the Hermit to where you're not distracted and you can focus and you can have a clear intention on what you want. So, is what it is, all right? You're making it happen, though. That's the thing. You're making everything happen here because you are an Empress. It's clear as day here. An Empress, a Queen of Wands Empress who is recovering from financial loss, dealing with a star in reverse. Okay, that's drunk, partying, and has clouded judgment, and is coming off very aggressive and arrogant. So I mean, what else can you say here? I mean, whatever. We don't even respond to this type of people, though. That's the thing. You don't have to respond to them. They let them bury themselves because they'll keep talking. They don't know how to keep their mouth shut. That's why loose lips sink ships. Let them sink their own ship. You just keep your mouth shut. What they can't say, they can't use against you. Okay? Because you got a 3 of Pentacles here. You got the collaboration. You got the teamwork. People want to be around you. They want to work with you. They see your value. Okay? It says, work with others who share your vision and your goals. You can achieve more by collaborating and learning from each other. You sure can. That's what we're doing right here, right? We're all learning from each other. We're all seeing what we're all about here, okay? And that's when we know that we are the gangsters. We are the magical ones, okay? That's what we do. This is our thing. And that's what you are, okay? You're a magical gangster, all right? That's why you're here. That's why you watch, okay? Because if you weren't, you would be a little prissy, whatever it is over there, whatever they try to sell on the other side. With their donations. They want your donations on the other side. Not here. We don't need nobody, nothing. I mean, not that we don't, we not saying we don't need, we want your love and respect, really. That's what we care about at the end of the day, because it's all that matters to us. That's where the real currency is. Some people don't agree with that. Okay? Some people, 5 of Wands, don't want conflict over that, too. They feel that, money is over all else. Okay? They feel that your philosophy on love is outdated and foolish, okay? They feel that there's no such thing as love and that, it only makes people weak, that you have to be a dog-eat-dog world, okay? This is what they try to get your counterpart. This is the Emperor reverse philosophy, this is how they stay in power, okay? By whatever it is, shoving that propaganda down your throat. But the fact of the matter is they knew that that would never work on you, divine feminine energy, collective energy, because that's not how you operate, okay? And you question these things. You say, whoa, brother, we don't like the way this sounds. They don't like when people like you. That's why they get rid of you real fast. They bury you somewhere, and then they replace you with somebody who will listen to them. That will be their yes person. Okay, that happens to a lot of divine feminists, because we're not going to sit there and tell people what they want to hear. We tell them what they need to hear. Okay? So a lot of people don't like that. Well, it's their fault. It's their problem. It means they have an ego. It means that they have too much pride. They think they're a know-it-all, a big shot. That's what they think. Show them exactly who they are afterwards. Okay, you know why, brother? Because you are the Empress that's in the Three of Pentacles, that's recovering from financial loss, Five of Pentacles in reverse, and also our big-time lover. You always had this lover's energy because it was always about love for you. That's all it ever was about. It wasn't about this. I mean, I'm not saying anything's wrong with Nine of Pentacles, but that's not your main focus, okay? This all comes. The lover's energy will create abundance, because when you're love, you're happy. When you're happy, good things happen, okay? When you're grateful, it just keeps coming. Okay, so the lovers advise you to communicate openly and honestly with your partner. Embrace your differences and similarities. Just watch out for choices that will produce dissatisfaction and discontent. Okay, now would always be just watching each other's back. Like if you see something like that they may be doing that you feel they might have to not do anymore, you should let them know about it, okay? And the same vice versa. Never feel like, like anything is taboo with them. Like you're always going to be like, know that person is going to respect you for saying that. You're not going to cause any conflicts. Like maybe in the past, like narcissist people, if you said something like, call them out on something, oh, who do you think you are? That's you. Like, you could see these people right now so quickly in Knight of Pentacles. It's like almost, it's insane because of the amount of hard work that you put in, dedication, your routine, that it's like they can't even say anything to you no more. But at one time, people would say stuff to you. Okay, they were trying to create this narrative that you aren't this hardworking person. You aren't this, productive person who is loyal, that is responsible, persistent, has a routine. Okay, they try to paint you as somebody who couldn't take care of themselves. Okay, to make you seem less appealing to perhaps your DM or anybody for that matter. They wanted you to be seen as a complete wash, a complete lemon. Okay, maybe look good on the outside, but broken on the inside. Okay, but at the end of the day, they're only being seen as what they wanted you to be seen. But a lot worse. Okay, and they did it to themselves because they never thought you were going to come back. They thought at best you were going to be a bum on the street begging for money. They didn't even think you'd be able to get a job again. They thought you were done. They thought they had you finished. They really did. But guess what? They were sadly mistaken again. Okay, because now, her in reverse, the star in reverse, they're very isolated now. Okay, people don't want to be around people like this, what they did. Look, they're coming off. Three of Cups. This is telling you exactly what they're about. Hermit in reverse. Three of Cups in reverse. Star in reverse. This is what these people wanted you to be like. They wanted you to be seen in despair, as a drunkard, addict, okay, that was all isolated and alone. Okay, and then eventually, what happens after that? You take yourself out because you overdose, you die, you kill yourself. This is what they wanted for you. This is what they wished. They wished for this. I want you to take that. I want you to think about that for a second. These people went and paid and wished that you would be like this. Wished. When you're wishing just to, be in love with somebody, these people are wishing that you are, that tells them and they think that it's unfair that you are a chosen person. But they're over here doing this, thinking that, and pretending they're church leaders. Coming off like they're good people. Nice, right? When you're over here as an Empress in Lover's energy, collaborating Three of Pentacles with your soul tribe, always being as Queen of Wands, and now recovering from financial loss because you're building something here. And now these people are wishing that this all fails for you. That instead of focusing on their own blessings, this is what they're doing. This is how I told you they're going to destroy themselves. Okay, because you're too protected. We're too protected. We all are too protected, okay? Trust me when I tell you, they can't touch you. So They are only creating their end by doing what they're doing here. They only are going to be seen as exactly what they want you to be seen as. And they are being there very quickly. Okay? Very, very quickly. This Knight of Swords is here again. Because you're too action-orientated. You're too ambitious. You're too driven to succeed. You're willing to defend your beliefs. Okay? Proactive. You're a very keen and masterful individual. I'm telling you. If I seen a keen, masterful individual, it's you. Trust me. So, I mean, it's pretty clear what you're dealing with here. I mean, this is pretty much your copycat energy right now being completely seen. Like, the mask off. Okay? Totally being seen for the Seven of Swords, the betrayal that this is. Because you got to imagine how much was put into this. This is a fucking whole show. This is like, they had paid actors, I believe, in this situation to trick your counterpart. Unbelievable in the sense that they did all this just to block your Two of Cups. And it's like, all right. And they still failed. It just made you more than you'll ever be. Because they had a prophecy. Listen to this. This is how we tricked them. We made sure they got this information, that there was a prophecy about you. Okay. So they knew that you were a starseed chosen angel. Okay, chosen earth angel. But they also had a prophecy that you were going to put an end to their cult around this time. Okay. So they were doing everything in their power to, destroy you, project onto you, make you be their dumpster. Okay. They're projecting all the negative, every last thing. That's why you went through so much at the beginning of your life. And they figured by that time you would be completely destroyed, that you wouldn't have any type of thoughts. Because they couldn't do it, like, directly. Okay, they just mistreated you. But they were still your, like, family. But they still mistreated you. And they did a lot of nasty things to people. Okay, so this is what they're going to get out of this. They're going to be seen for exactly who they are. Okay, because you have a King of Pentacles here. You always did. Okay, and it's your counterpart, brother. They're a King of Cups also. They are not just a lover, but they are all about the business. Okay, they're very, very business orientated, and that's exactly what you need. Because they're probably a Taurus. Because Taurus is very good with money. They're an earth sign. Maybe you have no earth in your chart. Who knows? But just understand, if you don't, you will have an earth sign as your, counterpart. So it's always going to be the one who has water and air, fire and earth, however it goes. So it's always going to be 2 and 2. And all of this, you coming together with your counterpart, it's going to bring 9 of Swords here. There's going to be a lot of anxiety. There's going to be a lot of depression. Okay, people they're in the bed crying now. Okay, because look, there's a star in reverse being seen. This is being seen in the environment. It's a clear drunkard, 3 of Cups. Okay, Hermit in reverse, now being isolated because they're being seen for this betrayal. Okay, because how they're responding to you is very clouded. 2 of, 2 of Swords in reverse. Very clouded judgment they're showing. Okay, coming off very arrogant and aggressive. While you're just doing your thing with your soul tribe, not even paying attention to these people, not even around them. They're paying attention to you, though. That's for sure. Believe me when I tell you, because they know that you're a 9 of Pentacles. They tried to make it that you weren't this. They tried to make it that you were, you were a 9 of Pentacles in reverse person, but they were sadly mistaken, because you are the one who has the independence and the abundance to live your life on your terms. Okay, and that is why they're jealous of that. They're jealous that you're able to do it, but they put you in that position to be that way. Okay, you had no other option but to be this way. They wanted you completely isolated. So you turned it into something that now they're jealous of. Oh, now they feel you could do everything. They feel you have the luxury to yourself. But okay, you wanted us to be alone. Now you're jealous that we're alone. It's like it will never end. That's what I'm talking. Like, these people got to go. Like, no matter what you do, you could cure cancer, but they'll say, oh, you cheated or something. You got lucky. These are the type of people you're dealing with. They'll never stop. They're never going to stop. This is what your counterpart was telling me. They said they're never going to stop, because people around them, they're relentless. They're demons. They only can be beaten when they're seen. Okay, and that's why they're being seen right now. The mask is off. Star reverse. That's why they're losing here. That's why they're going to go down the tubes. You're going to see it's going to be a lot of people going down the tubes. There's going to be a lot of people getting flushed down the toilet. The sewer might get, there's going to be a lot of people in the sewer. Trust me when I tell you. Okay, how do I know that? How do I know that? Because I'm a high priestess, for God's sakes, and so are you. Okay, that's how you know there's going to be a lot of these people going right down the shitter. Because where else are they going to go? Where else? After what they did, where else can they possibly go? The universe is balancing itself out. Okay, they wanted you to be in the shitter. Okay, now you are going to the penthouse with George Jefferson, and they are going all the way back down to hell to never be seen or heard from again. And this causes Three of Swords, them to be heartbroken over that. Okay, but they didn't care what happened to you, the High Priestess Empress. That's what we got here. I mean, this is the same read. High Priestess Empress. That tells me everything I need to know about you. That's always in Queen of Wands energy, all times, 100% of the time. It always has their lover's energy here. Okay, that's has their soul tribe with the collaborating, working together, trying to, create this new earth, and, and are recovering from financial loss at the same time. While you have these characters over here, these star reverse people, okay, that are now in Hermit and reverse energy. That's where they wanted you to be isolated and alone. Three of Cups, all drunk and partying, not, you know what I mean? Not having a good time over here with this. Maybe basically just doing this to kill their sorrows, okay? Because they don't want to feel this Nine of Swords. They're anxious and depressed. These feelings are tough. They don't know how to handle these feelings. They always project them onto you, but now they can't because you're too protected. They have to handle it somehow, and this is the only way they're able to cope with that. Okay, and that's causing them to have clouded judgment, become very arrogant because they're not in control of the situation. And that's all because Seven of Swords, they did everything to betray you, and now they're being seen as betrayers. What else can you do? And now they're heartbroken, they're being seen. That's really all it comes down to. They didn't care what happened to you. It didn't matter what happened to you. Now, it's like, they'll be like, oh, they're saying you're doing this to them. That's how they're going to do it. They're going to say, you did this whole thing. When this whole, watch, you'll see. Okay, but at the end of the day, like I just said, what are you guys are here? You're all here to create this new world, brother, with this fantastic point of view. Like I just said, this Empress with the lover's energy, working together with their soul tribe. And that is to create this new earth. I mean, the cycle is complete. Okay, you are coming whole now. All right, you're going to come into union one way or another. You're balanced now. It's infinity and eternity now. Okay, and again, you finding your way back is causing these people heartbreak. They were just, just get up. They're very heartbroken, okay? So this is telling you not only they did little, they're very heartbroken. So just was under them. They're very heartbroken that you're creating this new earth because they know they can't come. That's for sure. That is for certain. Because why would they be invited at the end of the day? Because at the end of the day, not only are you the one who's creating the world, but you are the one who is the one who brings the fun because you are the sun. It all revolves around you. This Empress, High Priestess, Sun, very positive you are, okay? You see a lot of things. Not only are you positive, lovers, you're very loving individual. I'm telling you, very loving individual. While remaining in this Queen of Wands energy 100% of the time. Attracting your soul tribe, Three of Pentacles, having people want to collaborate with you, seeing how amazing you are. Okay, because clearly you're recovering from financial loss, because why wouldn't you be? And here to create this new earth. Okay, and that is why Six of Pentacles, you are receiving what is meant for you. Okay, you are getting generous offers. So you're receiving a generous offer. Okay, there's going to be people just want to share with you. They want to share the wealth. They know what you're all about. Okay, because they know that you're not about it for that. Okay, they know that's not what you're in it for. Okay, that you don't care. You're all about the lover's energy. It's clear as day shown here. That you're an Empress, High Priestess. I mean, this is like the top of the line here. This ain't even like come on here, brother. Like, tell me this ain't the best you ever seen. Empress, High Priestess, Sun, lover's energy, the world. I mean, that means you got the world in your hands. That is for sure. The world is in your hands. Okay? Because why is the world in your hands? Because not only are you the Queen of Wands, not only are you the Empress. Okay, I'm going to end it on this list though. Not only are you this Queen of Wands, not only are you this Empress, not only are you this High Priestess, but you always return to your default, and that is being this Queen of Cups. Okay? Because it's always been about the love with you. Like I stated many times throughout this reading, That's what matters. That is why that is going to create the abundance you need. And you know who's going to bring you this abundance? You want to know? When you come up together with them, when you pair up, your King of Pentacles, of course. This is your counterpart. So we know they are here. They're here to bring you the Pentacle side of it, and you're here to bring the love part. That's all it came down to. You're missing the Pentacles, they're missing the Cups. Bring it together, that creates a whole new super vibration that creates this new world. Because it puts two superpowers together. And this is why they did everything in their power to prevent this. And that's clear as day being seen is why this person is Star in reverse, Hermit in reverse, Nine of Swords, Three of Cups in reverse. All because of the Seven of Swords, this betrayal they committed against you and your counterpart, this King of Pentacles. So that looks good. I have to imagine I'm pretty happy with that read. So I'll go into the other one because I've been using those other cards afterwards. That's been my go-to now. We'll see what kind of matches up here. I've been hitting a little longer reads lately. Tell me if you like those or not. I'm not sure if you like them a little shorter, if you like them longer, because I don't really care either way. I could do it either way. I just was trying to think if, you know, it was better for my collective, what you guys want to. It's all about you, remember that. So I got my credit card cards here, thick as can be here, I'm telling you. Don't do you justice on the camera. Like, I couldn't even do the thing with them. Like, they don't even bend. Like, usually I could flip them up. Maybe I can't. Oh, yeah, I can, actually. Just got to be a little less. All right, let's see what we're working on this deck. See if we could get any type of clarifications, or maybe we'll, you know, get a continuation. I mean, it's clear as day. I mean, everybody knows you took the energy back. Why else wouldn't you be seen this way? Why else are you being seen this way? And this person is being seen as a star in reverse. I mean, come on. So it's over. The mask has been ripped off. Okay. Two of Swords. It is whatever avoidance, whatever, you know, tough decision, it has to be made, okay? And that is getting rid of these people, okay? Because they got to go, okay? Because they're going to just try it. They're going to take themselves out. That's the only way they can do this. Let them take themselves out. They will. Trust me. Showed it clearly. When you're a star in reverse, in Hermit in reverse energy, and Three of Cups in reverse energy, you only will last so long. But that's their way of avoiding this, the ending here, okay? Because they know, like I said, you're a Nine of Pentacles here. You are a Nine of Pentacles. This one has the Moon and Libra here. Okay, so on this one, maybe Moon and Libra we have. So it is Libra season. Just was a full moon. You know, we got here is Pluto and Scorpio. Or Pluto, yeah. Yeah, Pluto. No, Pluto and Virgo, I'm sorry. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. So these could be perhaps maybe the karmic energy that's around you, but we'll look at that later. I'm not going to get too much into that anymore, because that doesn't, it kind of throws off like my train of thought when I do that. So let's see what we got here. All right, because you know why it throws off the train of thought? Because I have boundaries, and I don't like to, you know, throw off my train of thought, because I'm a Queen of Swords, for God's sakes, okay? So are you. So this did come out last time, and when I used these cards, okay? So that is what you had to gain, because look at this. You have this Empress here, who's the Queen of Cups, a Queen of Wands. It's also a High Priestess, and has the Queen of Swords. So this is telling you that you are a full-blown Empress, and that is what was needed during this journey. You needed to become this person, okay, for you to survive this, because they would have kept coming and coming and coming. The fact that you now have protection and a sword is why you were able to, you know, handle these people. And that is why you have your trusty wand, and you point it at people and say, I knew what you did. I know you're a demon, okay? Because you do have this, you know, and this is what, at the end of the day, you Queen of Swords is allowing this Four of Cups. You're indifferent. You're not looking at, see, they wanted you to look the star in reverse. They thought that they were going to get you in this state of mind where you were jealous, that you wished, like, that they took your life from you, that, you know, you had to watch them live your destiny, and that you would just wither away and die. That's what they wished for. These people actually wished for that. Okay, but realistically, you don't give two fucks, all right, brother? You don't care what happens to these people, Four of Cups. You're apathetic to this. You're not even paying attention. It's like, do what the fuck you gotta do. Like, We don't care what if the counterpart comes, they come. If they don't, they don't. You're completely detached from this. There's no holding on to this. It's never going to happen if you hold on to it. You have to let it go. You have to move on. What else can you do? That's why you're a Queen of Swords. That's why there's boundaries here. That's why your counterpart can't get close to you before they go through this person. Okay? Because this person will know if they're full of shit or not. And if they're full of shit, then they get sent on their way. And then God will deal with them after that. You don't have to worry about them. God will take care of it. Okay, but clearly today it showed that you had the King of Pentacles coming, so that is your counterpart. So I believe that this Queen of Swords will allow that. But you know what they're not going to allow? This came out last read, is that these people and their Nine of Swords nonsense, okay? People don't want to deal with this, okay? This anxious, depression feeling. This is why these Star in reverse, these Hermit in reverse, this is what they're doing. They're alone in their bed, okay, crying in Hermit in reverse energy because nobody wants to be around them. Okay, Three of Cups in reverse. They're a drunken mess. They're aggressive. They're yelling at people. People don't like this. This is not attractive. Okay, maybe this person had a little control. Maybe they had a little money at one time. They had a little status, and they were able to get away with stuff like this. But now, when you're persona non grata, that don't fly no more. That's a recipe for being removed head first through the doors and thrown right on your fucking ass all the way back to hell to never be seen or heard from again. Okay, because you got a Two of Pentacles here, because it's the beginning here with this for you. Okay, you are getting yourself to where you need to be. All right, you got something going. All right, there's nothing that's going to stop this now. People, they want to be involved, but you got this Queen of Swords. Okay, this is yours. This is your thing. Nobody's going to come in here and tell you what to do. Okay, it's your idea. Because, like I said, Four of Swords, you resting and relaxing is able to get your brain the right way. You're not focused on these people. You're able to meditate. This is meditation. What you're doing, self-care. Four of Swords. That's what this is. Resting. You know what I mean? You're still doing stuff. I'm not saying you're just laying here all day, but you are getting yourself in that meditative state. Okay, that's what it comes down to. And this is where you're able to meditate. This is where you're able to manifest. That's why. And this is why these people are in this Nine of Swords. They want to treat like that, because they know it's impossible to manifest this way. How could you manifest in a Nine of Swords? It's not possible. That's exactly the energy, because this confirms it. Confirms it, because it was out with the last card. Okay, because you continuing with the Eight of Pentacles, being this apprentice, being this, mastering your skill, is what gets you better and better and better. That's why you're a Nine of Pentacles. Okay, that's why you're able to have the independence to do whatever you like. You can do whatever you want, because you earn that right. Okay, because you work towards it. It's not given to you. They make it like this stuff was given to you, like handed to you. Okay, Three of Swords. Whatever Heartbreak now, this came out several times on the other one. Not only are they anxious and depressed, but they're heartbroken over this whole scenario. Okay, the Star in reverse, which they should be. Okay, because their life is going to shit, and they forfeited whatever blessings were meant for them, and trying to take yours, thinking that since yours may have been better, that they didn't want theirs, they wanted yours now. They want to swap with you. So not only do you get whatever blessings may have came to that person, but you get your own times 10. And everybody else who came against you get their blessings. And that's why Nine of Cups, your wish come true. You're clearly being viewed as that. Not just one wish come true, but many wishes come true. And this breaks people's hearts, because they never seen you coming back. They seen you withering away as a Queen of Cups in reverse. That was the plan. And you know whose plan that was? And that's broken hearted here. That was the Star in reverse energy that came out, and they were being seen out. Your copycat, of course, this Empress in reverse. Okay, they're heartbroken and anxious and depressed. Okay, this is whatever it could be, any karmic feminine energy. The witches themselves, this is what they are, because they lost the power. There's no power here. They know that they become secondary now. Okay, that they're being replaced for any type of positive things coming in this world. Okay, because again, you are the High Priestess, and you see this happening. Okay, we were out last time. This has the High Priestess. Okay, you are the Empress. You're the real deal. This person, Empress in reverse, only showed people who is who. Okay, because when you're not the real thing, It's like Superman, somebody trying to pretend they're Superman, but can't do what Superman does. And then Superman comes back and shows, oh, no, I was in here. And then people see this person, like, what the fuck is this? Then that's going to make people angry, okay? Because you pretended to be something that was, you know, super, and you were nothing but not super, okay? So it is what it is. Like, you know, this is what it is. They created this whole thing for you through their negative energy. There was no other way to go with this. It has to balance itself out. They put so much negativity in here that you're going to... This Queen of Wands with this Empress reverse energy and this King of Swords reverse energy, they're in a lot of trouble. Okay? What did I just say? This what is in a lot... They're in what? This Empress in reverse, they are in a lot of trouble, 10 of Swords, okay? Because the end is here. Why else would they be heartbroken? Why else would they be crying in their bed? Okay? Why else would they be seen as an Empress in reverse? I mean, it is what it is. Because again, you're a 9 of Cups, sure wish come true. I mean, how many times do I have to clarify this to you? Okay? And this person did everything in their power to make it that you weren't this. And it just created more and more and more. It made you even bigger. It made your legend bigger and bigger and bigger. All because of what this person thought was going to destroy you. It only destroyed them in the worst of ways. This person, they could never come back from this. It's just not possible. They've done too much. Even if they go tell, do whatever they want to do, they can never redeem themselves. They'll never be seen the same way. You can even heal it. I mean, you're willing to heal this person. You don't care, but you know this person will never be, they'll never get over this. You know that, okay? But 7 of Cups in reverse, maybe, okay? So, I mean, this is when people start to, you know, they get over this nonsense, but I believe this probably is your counterpart done with these options, okay? Because this is what this Empress in reverse, they that's how they control things with the sexual part of it, okay? That's how they're loose. They give themselves away. They you know, they're willing to be degraded for money, is what an Empress in reverse is. You are not willing to be degraded for money. And this is what really angered these Emperor reverses, because you will be the ones that will stick up to them and say, you ain't going to do nothing to us. You don't hurt us. And they know that. They know that, okay? And your counterpart's seeing that too. They see what kind of person you are, okay? That's like, again, because 3 of Pentacles, people want to work with you. They want to collaborate with you. So, of course, your counterpart is going to see that. And I said, well, what if all these other people want to be with them? You said that they were this, and then they see what they're with, and this is what they're with. 9 of Swords, Empress, who's heartbroken, facing a painful ending. Yeah, that's where they want to be. And the best part is that the King of Swords in reverse is trying to tell them they should be loyal to this person. They should help them, that it's you. You're causing this person to be heartbroken. You're the one who's making them anxious and depressed. Okay, all you're doing is you're doing this to this Empress in reverse, is what this King of Swords in reverse is saying. You're the reason because of all this. And then your counterpart's looking at them like, wow, now I see what's going on here. I can see very clearly what's happening here. Even though they have the entire time, but it's just now, it's so obvious now. It's like, you can't even hide it. It's not even like, it's like even the most unintuitive person could see this stuff. Okay? You could clearly see, like, oh my God, at the end of the thing, you had the Empress, okay, in the other read. You had the Empress and the High Priestess, both in the upright. But now, you have the High Priestess in reverse and the Empress in reverse in this one. So this completely shows how these people are the opposite of you, okay? These copycats, okay? And they're being seen in this way. If you're being seen as an Empress in reverse, High Priestess in reverse, who's heartbroken, 3 of Swords, anxious and depressed, 9 of Swords, facing this 10 of Swords, that is a recipe. Do you want to know what that is a recipe for? I'm going to end it on this one, because this is the end result for this Empress, High Priestess. Death, okay? Because that is what's going to happen to them. Because when they come up against you, the end result will always be the same. And they come with the Grim Reaper, will come and get you and take you back to hell to never be seen or heard from again. That is why there's 10 swords here, brother, with the skeleton, with the thing, whatever that is, whatever that thing they carry. They're coming for you with it. Okay, Empress in reverse, okay, High Priestess in reverse. This is all negative karmic feminine energy. We are coming for you. Okay, because we're death angels. This is our leader. The Grim Reaper, brother. So just understand, we reside in the 8th house. This is where the 8th house, this is our 8th house leader. What else can you say? That's the job. That's our department. So do what you got to do, okay? So, guys, have a great day. I love you. This could be like the 11 p.m. show. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much for your likes, your subscribes, all the comments. Thank you. I must say thank you a million times. I can't thank you enough, all right? So I love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.